Hi, I'm Kellus Sewell, a commercial fisherman that for the last 30 years has now become a marketing consultant. I work for Beck Smokery as well as a few other clients. I have the title of Vice President of Sales and Marketing. I'd like to talk to you about their spreads using all wild seafood, which can bring a sustainable solution to the success of your seafood spread category. Shown in the lower right-hand corner are the original classic line with over 65% all-natural, real seafood with a mayonnaise base. On the left side are the new SeaWild Grab Go Seafood Spread Snacks with wheat crackers, currently in wild tuna and salmon flavors. Recently launched is the new Arctic Value line, which is cream cheese based. Seafood crab, seafood jalapeno crab, and seafood lobster Newburg are shown. Beck's is a producer of artisan seafood spreads. I will discuss some history, note Beck's capabilities, products, articles by food writers, cite prices, significant data, show a video of spontaneous comments by a consumer and a respected chef, cite some research conducted in stores and by a Harvard University team, concluding with some ideas for you to ponder for spreads that could be developed for your clients with healthy ingredients to catch the attention of their consumers. The first article appeared in the San Francisco Chronicle, written by Olivia Wu, currently the executive chef for Google. The second article appeared last December 29th, written by the Fort Lauderdale Sun-Sentinel Maine food writer, who remarked that the new SeaWild Grab Go snacks will be a healthy alternative to those processed meats that kids pack in their lunches, and cited his favorite, the new coconut curry shrimp spread. As you can see from this slide, Beck's is a very clean plant. Beck's was established in 1988. It is a certified minority corporation. Originally, it was a supplier of smoked seafood fish spreads and dips to local restaurants. Expanded into Florida, retail and food service, and later in 2010, expanded into the Southeast. It developed industry first. For example, the longest natural spread shelf life in the industry. 90 days for fish, 50 days for shellfish and surimi. The new Arctic line has the first sustainable logo. It has clean white artisan graphics and pictures of ingredients. To our knowledge, Beck's produced the first Grab Go seafood snack with crackers and are now expanding business outside of Florida. Beck's is highly efficient. They can be expanded quickly. They have multiple seafood sources to assure a stable supply of quality seafood and pricing. They have low labor costs and availability. They're very well managed. They utilize advanced technology, and the safety of their products is given the highest priority. Beck's quality consistently outperforms the competition, perhaps largely due to the consumer's recognition of the all-natural ingredients, which have a high, healthy amount of omega-3 fatty acids. The lowest prices are $1.79 for the Grab Go, up to a high of $4.99. Marketing expertise is provided by me, and Beck's receives daily compliments on their products from consumers. As noted, you can pack, label, and price from Beck's bulk containers. Beck's will pack and label for you, or you can purchase Beck's label with or without promotions. Beck's is kosher and inspected by the FDA and the state of Florida. A full-time QC inspector is employed, and tests are performed by the University of Florida. Beck's has never had a recall for a contaminated product. Beck's unique classic line of products are all natural and wild: tuna, halibut, salmon, whitefish, mahi-mahi, fish dip, lobster and crab spread. Dungeness spreads can also be customized as well as others. As noted, Beck's classic spreads have 60 to 75% real seafood. They're all natural. The Arctic spreads are cost competitive with a distinct flavor profile. The SeaWild is an excellent grab-and-go snack with crackers for after workouts, traveling, school, picnics, etc. All Beck seafood spreads have a clean ingredient block. No artificial colors, flavors, preservatives, fillers, sugar, or trans fats. Healthy omega-3s are equal to 0.6 gram in the 4 ounces of the salmon spread, which is 24% of the daily value. A sustainability logo appears on the Arctic line, which has clean graphics that command attention. The Arctic spread has unique consumer selling features, using non-traditional flavors used by chefs such as nutmeg, cinnamon, and tamarind. Also, the use of healthy ingredients such as cinnamon and garlic that enhance flavor and shelf life.
Way up north, north to Alaska, way up north, north to Alaska, north
tasted the spreads, and you said you would you'd be inclined to buy them.
Yeah, in a heartbeat, I would buy them. They're very, very, very flavorful. Nice texture to them, nice flavors.
Great. Well, I appreciate your comments there. And you're a typical consumer that probably shops at Market Basket or somewhere around there, right?
Yeah, right. You got it.
Okay, thanks, Rick. I just put you on video, so I hope you don't mind.
Okay.
Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you, Bermuda,
Tell me, what caught your eye when you first saw the Beck's packaging for their new Arctic pack?
Well, the packaging is nice, it's clean. Here is one of the packages. I like the fact that they had a logo for wild and sustainable seafood. That's a buzzword today in the industry, and very important to a lot of people.
I think, one thing I noticed, Chef Damien, is they actually put real pictures of the ingredients. It almost looks real. Showing at least what the pictures of them look like. So I think that was kind of interesting too, eh?
Hopefully you can see it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can see. I see a big lobster there and a coconut and
yeah,
a few other things. Okay, that gives me an idea. What struck your eye there as far as the ingredients go? Any in particular that seemed kind of interesting?
Well, there's several different flavor profiles, which I think is good to give variety to people. I like the fact that he used some sort of non-traditional ingredients that you don't expect to find in seafood spreads. For example, cinnamon, nutmeg, tamarind. These are things we use in the restaurant business to flavor sauces and stuffings and dips and different things like that. You don't always see them in dips and spreads.
One thing that I've read is that cinnamon seems to be coming out more and more often as a healthy spice. Have you noticed that too?
Well, yeah, and cinnamon has some great attributes, one of which is that it actually is a natural preservative. So not only is it healthy for you, but helps to preserve the products that it's put in also.
Well, speaking of the ingredients and how it all works together, talk a little bit about flavor. Is there any particular flavor profile that seems to be stand out a little bit more when you tasted them, or the texture? Can you have any comments about just the flavor and just the general profile?
The Cajun and the jalapeno are the two that really have seasonings that pop, that really jump out at you.
Now, just as a general rule, can you give me some examples of the uses that you could see a consumer, not a chef of course, but if you were taking it home to your wife or somebody else was buying it, what kind of uses do you see?
In addition to the, what would be ordinary uses, like, taking crackers and spreading it on crackers or vegetables, those I would see as just natural for people to buy it and use it as that type of thing. But in addition to that, you could use it, for example, as an ingredient to stuff fish. You could add a little bit of breadcrumbs to it, or even fresh bread that's cut up into cubes, and mix this spread with it and stuff fish, chicken, pork. So that would be a nice way to use it. What other ways? You could probably put this on, use it warm, like on toasted, take a half of French bread or something like that and spread it on and just kind of warm it up. It would be a little bit different feel to it than just taking the cold spread.
Would you put a tomato or garnish it with something else that would be good too?
Sure. Another thing that might be really good for a couple of these is spreading it in between tortillas and making, you have the cheese, you have the seafood, and all you'd have to do is put it between the tortilla. In terms of using it as a stuffing, that's why I mentioned mixing it with like panko breadcrumbs or fresh breadcrumbs or diced fresh bread, and that would absorb some of the liquids that might come out when you warm it up. I could see this being used, for example, to create something a little bit new and exciting with vegetables, like hot vegetables, and just kind of stirring it in as a few tablespoons, if you will, into, for example, steamed green beans would be, and then sprinkling some breadcrumbs on it and having almost like a casserole.
Oh.
A different style of like green bean casserole. Of course, you could do it with any vegetable, really. But that might be another use for it.
So asparagus might be good. How about as a topping on a baked potato?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think that would be wonderful.
Maybe you should try it in your restaurant and see what the customers say.
Yeah, that might be a good testing ground, huh?
Yeah.
And from what I understand, I mean, the price point seems to be favorable as well for the product, and the size of the product that you get seem to be very good.
Yeah, as I recall, they say it's going to retail at less than $3. So that's probably one of the most competitive prices out there for a sustainable, healthy seafood spread like that. Research has been conducted at stores on the East and West Coast and by a team at the University of Harvard. I'm often asked what is the most popular spread, but it varies depending on the geographic area. Salmon and tuna are very popular in Florida, but you can see that lobster, crab, shrimp, and salmon were popular in New England, lobster and a crab being sold out. And in the market in Northern California, the halibut, Cajun crab, and mahi were #1, followed by shrimp and salmon and then tuna. Of 1,813 customers served, there was a customer acceptance or purchase rate of 28%, which is considered excellent. Last year, a team headed by a Harvard PhD candidate picked Beck's in a blind taste test over Seagold, well known in the New England market, and Beck's seafood crab and Cajun crab were #1 and #2 respectively. Beck's is very capable of developing new or customizing products for your clients' customers. Some suggested healthy ingredients to consider that are receiving lots of attention in ads and in nutritional articles are cranberries, dill, cinnamon, and lime. These slides cite many of the health advantages of each one. Thanks for giving me your attention, and I would be pleased to answer any questions you have. My phone number and email are noted at the bottom of this slide.